Favourite way to eat Brussels sprouts? I'm not a fan. I mean, there isn't a favourite way to eat Brussels sprouts. Not via the mouth. I think suppositories. I think Rolling Stones. Still an amazing song. Brown Sugar might be my favourite. I asked for questions again, just a few, just to get us going. It sort of kicks it off, doesn't it? And we go off. I mean, we end up talking about me in a bucket in a drain, or me ranting about fucking idiots in the world destroying the planet. But you know, it gives us something to structure it, doesn't it? I haven't got you lot who chew. Fuck me. I'm not even pissed. Who tune in? Who don't get their question asked because I can't read because my eyesight's going. But hello. Hey Arla, let's kick off. Heather 53 says, any advice? I mean, in general, write about what you know if you want to create your own stuff. I think that's what I mean by comedian. Otherwise, I think you'd say comic actor. But whether you're, you know, writing a sitcom or doing stand-up, I think, you know, write about what you know, what you're passionate about. It doesn't have to mean you're just lecturing people. You can say stupid things and flights of fancy, but sort of do what you're good at. Don't pander. Don't try and look at a trend. Don't try and be like someone. Just do what you find funny. If someone makes you laugh, then there's probably enough people in the world that'll also, unless you're absolutely mental. And even then, I'd go and see someone just saying the most mental things. So there's a niche. There's a niche for you. Don't rush it. Don't do things for the sake of it because you think you're running out of time. It'll just come, and then enjoy every minute of it. You don't have to give up a top job and just start doing gigs. You can do gigs once a week if you've got a job. If you're a teacher, you can go and do 5 minutes. It'll take longer to get good at it, I guess, with other things in the world, but at least you'll be being paid. At least you'll be paying the rent. If you don't fancy being a stand-up, you know, some people don't like performing. You know, you can write. You can just write sketches. You'll be surprised how many people want stuff. You know, well, when there's telly being made. But I'd say if you can, do it yourself. Be independent. Stand-up's a good way because you do it on your terms. I mean, it might not pay a lot at the beginning, but as I say, you know, what would you be doing anyway? Just stay true to yourself and enjoy it. Just enjoy it. And know it's going to take a while. Every day you'll go, oh, I was rubbish yesterday when I thought I was okay. I'm better now. But that's lovely. Then you look down the road and a couple of years ago, oh my God, look how far I've come. Favourite nickname for the nonce? Obviously the character from Afterlife. Ratty and the nonce in the pub and they're shouting out his nicknames. I mean, Billy the Cunt is purist. So it's just so shit. It's so shit and witless. Billy the Kid. Oh no, Billy the Cunt. That's why it's funny to me. Because they're meant to be fucking idiots. They're meant to be morons. I would shit my moment. I mean, Long Dong Silver made me laugh. Again, so pathetic. And how shit mum. Your mum's shit. That was one. Your mum's shit as a nickname. Oh, here comes your mum's shit. I think Billy the Cunt, because it's witlessness. It's nearly good, but it's not. What sports, if any, did you participate in when you were younger? I did sport. I still do. I did all the things kids have to do. I played football, cricket, rugby, athletics, all that. I was okay at all of them. Actually, I was okay at athletics and football. Terrified at rugby. Just terrified. I got rid of them. They put me. I can't even remember. I don't know about rugby at all. But I remember I think they put me on the wing because I was quite fast, and I would just get rid of the ball immediately. If that ball came to me, I would get rid of it before someone tackled me. The ground was hard. We only played in fucking winter. Same with cricket. I'm a pretty good bowler, but I'm a terrible batsman because at my school, in the practice nets, the aim of the game was to injure the batsman. Why the fuck? No one wanted to get good. They just wanted to. At my school, it was like, how can we get away with violence without breaking the law? So if you were in the back, I mean, people just whizzing the ball at your head. So, so these are the things I had to contend with. And then my best sport, I suppose, that I taught myself was tennis. When I was like 13, 14, I borrowed a racket and I played every day after school in the gym when it was empty against the wall. And I within a year, I was sort of best in the school. I think that's because tennis was probably looked down upon. And combat sports, I did judo and karate. Yeah, and my favourite sport to watch now is still sort of MMA. Boxing's up there, but I love mixed martial arts. I think it's great. And I still love, I know, I love watching tennis and that, but yeah. So yeah. But obviously, what I do now is my main one is pumping iron. Right. Well, to play and watch, probably tennis. I love, as I say, I love watching the Ultimate Fighter, but I don't, I don't do that. How to deal with failure and disappointment in life? Well, you can't. I mean, I don't know. You deal with it. You have to. I mean, try and rule it out. I guess you're always going to have disappointment, aren't you? I mean, that's just part of life. But, I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine there being a life without disappointment. Even if it's not your own, I'm disappointed every day. I'm disappointed every day. I look on Twitter and I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed today. Some woman leaving a three-legged dog in the road, abandoning it. I fucking hell. Well, there's nothing I can do. I just don't fucking hell. What can I do? So I don't know if you mean that sort of disappointment. I guess you mean trying and failing at something. Well, disappointment. You're always going to be disappointed and stuff, right? You look out your window and there's going to be disappointment, right? So let's rule that out. Deal with failure. That's a big word, failure. Failure. I think some people mistake trying with failure, and I don't think that's true. I don't think you can fail if you never stop trying. How have you failed? You'd say, I haven't finished yet. If you're doing starting off a painting and someone pops in and goes, that's shit, you go, I haven't finished yet. I haven't failed. I haven't finished yet. And I think you can apply that to life. You know, you can apply that to career. You go, well, I haven't failed. I haven't finished yet. You get better and better every day. And I think that's what you look at. You're better today than you were yesterday. Just because you're not, you give yourself a 1-year plan or a 3-year plan, or someone across the road from you's got more money. That's not failing. You haven't finished yet. That's what you got to tell yourself. I haven't failed. I haven't finished yet. Favourite way to eat Brussels sprouts? I'm not a fan. I mean, there isn't a favourite way to eat Brussels sprouts. Not via the mouth. I think suppositories. I think if someone says, "How would you like these Brussels sprouts, sir?" I go, "You've got to shove them up my ass." That is that's the only way I can consume these fucking Brussels sprouts. These evil little fucking bogey cabbages. I think you've got to. This isn't a cookery program. Wouldn't you love that? Wouldn't you fucking love that? If you're watching one of those cookery programs, and Jamie Oliver went, "Yeah, it's lovely Brussels sprouts here. Just shove them up your. You just pop them, you just pucker, just shove them right up your. There you go, pop them up there. Oh yeah." What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Jamie Oliver shoving Brussels sprouts up his ass. What a load of bollocks this is. Oh, this might be a breakdown, you see. If you saw someone trying to do comedy and it was like this on stage, and no one was laughing, you go, fucking hell, that's pretty funny, isn't it? A proper breakdown. Facile talk, well, that's good for this show. Says, were you ever scared that the devil would pull you down the toilet? No, but I think he's had a go at my by the look of them. I think the devil has been bungee jumping with my bollocks. if I'm being totally honest. But no, is that one of those things that like kids? I remember my mum said eating in the toilet was feeding the devil. I mean, that's just a mother trying to get a 5-year-old not to get diseases, isn't it? Like eating in the toilet and go, oh God, yeah, catch some. So as opposed to saying there's bacteria around and you might imbibe them and get that's feeding the devil. But also, I remember thinking, I don't mind feeding the devil if he's got to eat. What no skin off my nose. I don't care. He's horrible. Yeah, I know, but he's he's got to eat. Also, I don't think I ever did fucking eat in the toilet. What sort of kid goes and eats in the toilet? Why was you telling me that? I remember once, right? There must have been like a scare or something when I was a kid, and I mean little, like 7 or 8. And she said, "Don't go into the public toilets in the park." Right? She said, "There's a man in there that cuts off little boys." So clearly there was a fucking around, and she couldn't explain that to me. Well, you couldn't, right? So she just gave me the most horrific fucking thing to think about. I never went in the toilet. I never got non-stop, never. So it worked, didn't it? It worked. You know, say what you will about the methods, but it fucking worked. I did not go in that public toilet. A mother's got to do what a mother's got to do. Sometimes just route one. Well, how can I stop my kid getting hurt? So just tell him it's the worst thing fucking possible in that public toilet. Rupert, the fat little Jack Russell, with a winkle halfway up his belly. Did we all come from lizards? I mean, I'm being asked questions about evolution by a dog. Right, let's answer it. Well, the quick answer is yes, sort of. But there's a confusion there with the come from lizards. Okay, let's not do lizards, right? But yes, we all came from something before lizards. So that, you know, at the moment there was a single cell, everything came from that. But you've got to think of it as branches of a tree as opposed to a sort of lineage sometimes. Like the big mistake people make, right? Anti sort of evolutionists. They think they've got this question. They think they own biologists by saying, if we evolved from chimps, then why are there still chimps around? Well, there's so many things wrong with that. But the first one is the mistake they're making is evolved from, right? We didn't evolve from modern chimps. Modern humans didn't evolve from modern chimps. We evolved with modern chimps from a common ancestor, like cousins. Like you and your cousin, you came from your grandmother, didn't you? But you wouldn't say, I evolved from my cousin. You'd say, I evolved with my cousin from my grandmother. And you just do that on a massive scale. There's this great model. I think it was Richard Dawkins sort of developed it. He said it's about the I suppose the scale that people can't get over. Some people say, well, I've watched a chimp in the zoo for 20 years and it hasn't evolved. Okay, right, let's do it. So it's about, you're looking at a snapshot in time. So this model, he says, if you've got a photo album and you look at you, there's you in there, then you look at your dad, you go, oh, he looks just like me. Then you look at your granddad and he goes, oh, yeah, he looks quite like me. Then you look at your great granddad and you go, yeah, he's similar. And you do that, right? And you do that for generations. if you do that for 100 generations, you're back to freaking, Julius Caesar. You still look human. You still look, well, you look the same, really. You do that for 1,000 generations, and you're back to freaking cavemen, right? You do it for a million generations, and you're back to before we split from chimps. We split from chimpanzees. We came from a common ancestor of a chimpanzee about 5 or 6 million years ago. So that's not long, is it? That's why we're very much like chimps, and it takes that long. It takes that long to look just this different. You can see the similarity between us, and particularly me. So yeah, we're closer to chimps than chimps are to gorillas. So I hope that answers your question, Rupert. And the other thing they say is, well, evolution is just a theory. Well, it is, but not like they mean it. The theory, a scientific theory, isn't the same as you use it in everyday language. It doesn't mean a hunch. It's, evolution is gravity is a theory. No one argues with it. It's a scientific theory. Also, the theory bit in evolution is the mechanism. It's the theory of natural selection, really. Evolution is a proven fact. It happened. Look around you. We actually use it. We use it in plants and animals, selective breeding. Dogs, yeah, Rupert, dogs. Now, dogs, we've played with them, right? With evolution, it takes ages, millions of years to see a difference, right? From a little genetic mutation to that to catch hold to make a big difference. This gene might be recessive, it might take, anyway. But we can go, we can get this dog that looks a bit like that, and we get this dog looks like that, and we can enhance that and make a dog that's even more like that. So, like a Jack Russell, Rupert, you are a Jack Russell, right? You are the same species as a magnificent German Shepherd, right? You're both sort of from wolves, common ancestor wolves, but man came along and went, listen, look, we've got this beautiful German Shepherd that's much like the wolf, but we want a much shorter, fatter, more useless dog. We've got the German Shepherd, it's beautiful, it's like a wolf, but we want a much shorter, fatter, stumpier dog. We want a dog, we've got the lovely German Shepherd, it's wolf-like, it's long legs, we want a dog with such short legs, it looks like a slug, looks like a hairy, furry slug we want a fat little fucking slug-type dog with stumpy little fucking feet, right? And a winkle halfway up its belly. And that's how they made the Jack Russell. Oh, poor Rupert. Well, there you go. Fun, educational, the theory of evolution, and Jamie Oliver shoving Brussels sprouts up his arm. Thanks for listening. Stay safe, be creative, be nice to animals. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.